What's up, YouTube? I'm Wrigley Juice Recipes, and this is Flavors You Need. This is the show where I give my personal flavor recommendations, and we are going over it by flavor company, and today we're going to talk about Flavor West. Flavor West has been around for a long time, and they have tons and tons of flavors. Just because a Flavor West flavor didn't make it onto this list does not mean that it's not delicious. I always recommend that if you are curious about a flavor, you go to eliquidrecipes.com. You can look the flavor up there and read everybody's notes about it. Also, you can check out the DIY or Die channel on Monday nights. So it'll be on, right after this video goes up, 10 p.m. Central Time. The three individuals on that show do amazing work. They put in hours and hours and hours of work each week to talk about flavors, and you should definitely check that show out. There is a link down in the description of this video. So, Flavor West. Like I said, tons of flavors. Just because one of Flavor West's flavor isn't on this list doesn't mean that it's not fantastic. But the first one that I want to talk about is by far my favorite Flavor West flavor, and it is Flavor West Salted Caramel. Now, while Flavor West Salted Caramel is not perfect, it is probably, arguably, the best caramel flavor that exists. It is not salty, but it is nice and buttery and creamy. It's a really soft caramel, and it's not too dark. You can use it between like 2 or 3%, and you get a nice buttery caramel flavor. The next flavor is Flavor West Butterscotch Ripple. Butterscotch Ripple is one of the best butterscotch flavors that's available. It is a nice, it's exactly what it says it is, butterscotch ripple, I think, and it does have some vanilla caramelly notes, but it also pairs really well with Flavor West Salted Caramel to get a really nice, thick butterscotch. The third flavor on this list might surprise some of you, it might not surprise others, because I think that this flavor doesn't get enough appreciation, and it is Flavor West Bavarian Cream. Flavor West Bavarian Cream is a little bit outclassed in the Bavarian Cream department. There are better options available, but I think that Flavor West Bavarian Cream is definitely a flavor that you need. Before some other options became available, I could have made an argument that Flavor West Bavarian Cream was the best custard flavor that existed because Flavor West Bavarian Cream is very custardish. It's a thick, gelatinous cream with a really strong vanilla note. And it's extremely flexible. You can use it down really low to kind of, thicken up other creams, or you can use it up really high as a kind of standalone flavor, like 5%. And that's exactly what we are going to do with this recipe, because this wouldn't be a Wrigley Juice Recipes video without a recipe. So we are going to make Flavor West Butterscotch Vanilla Cream. And we are going to start with 5% of Flavor West Bavarian Cream. We are going to add to that 3% of Flavor West Butterscotch Ripple, and we are going to add 2% of Flavor West Salted Caramel. Now, with this, you're going to get a thick vanilla cream, almost custard-like, and a generous, gooey butterscotch caramel topping. It's a very simple profile. It works really well in MTL devices. If you like custards, if you like creams, if you like caramels, satisfies all of those needs. That caramely note on the finish of that flavor is fantastic. Caramel is something that's really hard to achieve in a vape, and I think it's mostly just a textural thing. Caramel, when you eat caramel, is, thick, and it really sticks to your palate. Right up front, you get that strong vanilla note. It's a creamy, eggy custard through the center, and then the finish is just that delicious butterscotch caramel flavor. Probably need to let it steep for at least 3 to 4 days. Give those creams, those caramels a little bit of time to develop. I put 1% of Flavor West sweetener in here because it was already a all Flavor West recipe. I figured why not? We'll use that one. Flavor West sweetener is probably my favorite sweetener, and I think it probably belongs on this list, but it's not a flavor, it's a sweetener. So I didn't put it on there. Flavor West sweetener, you should definitely pick some up. Something else that I want to mention about Flavor West is I think that Flavor West flavors are probably the best standalone flavors. So if you were ever looking to make a recipe using just one singular flavor, maybe throw some sweetener in there, but you're just going to use one flavor, I think that Flavor West is probably a good place to start. Tons and tons of Flavor West flavors standalone really, really well. 8, 10%, fantastic flavor. This recipe, I'm pretty sure, is very close to a couple of commercial e-liquid recipes that claim to be caramel or claim to be custard. Mix it up. Give it a try. Listen, if you like what I'm doing here, please subscribe to my channel. Make sure you turn notifications on so that I get to annoy you every time I upload a video. There's a link to my Patreon campaign down in the description of this video. You can give me $3 a month, keep me doing what I'm doing, and you can get yourself a one-on-one mixing session with yours truly once per month. That's 12 times per year. If you can't, that's okay too. You can like the video. Comment down below if you get a chance to try this recipe out. Love to know what you think, and I will definitely see you guys in the next one.